Welcome back to my channel, The Girls with the Rose Tattoos. My name's Becca, and today we have another book of the month unboxing. And of course, I get boxes for myself, my mom, and my boyfriend, just so I have a couple more books to read a month. And the bookmark this month is take a break from reading and listen to talk about reading. So there's that, and there's the back of it. And I got a couple of these books for free again this month. They had 5 books to choose from. And one of the books I got was Firstborn by Will Dean. Let me read the inside for you. It says, the last thing a twin expects is to be alone. Molly lives a quiet, contained life in London. Naturally averse to risk, she gains comfort from security and structure. Every day is the same. Identical twin Katie is her exact opposite. Gregarious and spontaneous. They used to be inseparable until Katie moved to New York a year ago. Molly still speaks to her daily without fail. But when Molly learns that Katie has died suddenly, she is thrown into an unfamiliar territory. Katie's part of her DNA. As terrifying as it is, she must go to New York and find out what happened. As she tracks her twin's last movements, cracks begin to emerge. Nothing is what it seems, and a web of deceit is closing in around her deceit. So this sounds amazing, and I cannot wait to read this, and I'll tell you what I think of it whenever I read it in one of my upcoming videos, probably in September. So that's my first book I got. This box is mine, I believe. Yes, it is. I really need to get some scissors and bring them when I record, but I'm never gonna do that. We got the same bookmark in this one. I actually don't keep the bookmarks because I have a whole stack of bookmarks from Madame Wonderland, and she makes amazing bookmarks. So, and they're they don't rip or tear like the paper ones. So the next book I got from the month's picks is Youre Invited by Amanda J. Atisha. Probably butchered that. So it says inside, you could be worse than your ex-boyfriend, marrying your childhood best friend, getting accused of her murder. From the author of My Sweet Girl comes a dangerously addictive new thriller about a lavish Sri Lankan wedding celebration that not everyone will survive. When Amaya is invited to Kavi's over-the-top wedding in Sri Lanka, she's surprised and a little hurt to hear from her former best friend after so many years of radio silence. But when Amaya learns that the groom is her very own ex-boyfriend, she's consumed by a single thought: she must stop the wedding from happening no matter the cost. But as the week of wedding celebration begins and rumors about Amaya's past begin to swirl, she can't help but feel like she also has a target on her back. When Kaiv goes missing and is presumed dead, all evidence points to Amaya. However, nothing is as it seems, as Jayatisha expertly unravels that each wedding guest has their own dark secret and agenda, and Amaya may not be the only one with a plan to keep the bride from getting her happily ever after. So this book also sounds really good. Let me know if you've read any books by this author. And this book I also got for free. Book of the month is actually really cheap. Highly recommend it. You always get hardback books for I know you can get 3 books for 15 bucks, for $35. 3 books for $35. I don't know what it's per book. $10 something. I think it's $10 per book, and you can add on 2 books to your box. Additionally to whatever one you pick from that month's picks. So the next box, I got a couple more books because there was a couple books I really wanted to read from my list, and this is my boyfriend's box. So the first book on top is one of the books from the book of the month July picks, and it's called The Bodyguard by Catherine. Can't pronounce words today. Best-selling author Catherine Center's The Bodyguard is unabashedly romantic, laugh out loud funny, and the perfect summer read. She's got his back. Hannah Brooks looks more like a kindergarten teacher than somebody who can kill you with a corkscrew or a ballpoint pen or a dinner napkin, but the truth is she's an executive protective agent, aka bodyguard. She just got hired to protect superstar actor Jack Stapleton from his middle-aged corgi breeding stalker. Interesting. He's got her heart. Jack Stapleton's a household name. He's captured by paparazzi on beaches the world over and famous for, among other things, rising out of the waves in all manner of clingy board shorts and glistening like a Roman deity. But a few years back, in the wake of a family tragedy, he dropped from the public eye and went off grid. They've got a secret. When Jack's mom gets sick, he goes home to the family's Texas ranch to help out. Only one catch: he doesn't want his family to know about his stalker or the bodyguard thing. And so Hannah, against her will and better judgment, finds herself pretending to be Jack's girlfriend as a cover, even though her ex says no one will believe it. What could possibly go wrong? Hannah hardly believes it herself, but the more time she spends with Jack, the more real it all starts to seem. And therein lies the heartbreak, because it's just easy for Hannah to protect Jack, but protecting her own long neglected heart, that's the hardest thing she's ever done. I don't read a lot of romance novels, but this sounds amazing and I can't wait to give this a read, and I'm so excited for it. Next up, we got the beach read. I follow like book Instagram I follow like book people on Instagram and anything. I follow the hashtag like books of Instagram or something like that, and this one pops up all the time. So I had to give it a try. It's Beach Reads by Emily Henry. And the inside reads, Augustus Everett is an acclaimed author of literary fiction. January Andrews writes best-selling romance. When she pens a happily ever after, he kills off his entire cast. They're popular opposites. In fact, the only thing they have in common is that for the next 3 months, they're living in neighboring beach houses, broke and bogged down with writer's block. Then one hazy evening, one thing leads to another, and they strike a deal designed to force them out of their creative ruts. Augustus will spend the summer writing something happy, and January will pen the next great American novel. She'll take him on field trips worthy of any rom-com montage. And he'll take her to interviewing fine members of a backwoods death cult, obviously. Everyone will finish a book, and no one will fall in love, really. So this sounds amazing. Maybe it's not a love story. We'll see. I can't wait to read this. So this one sounds amazing. So this book is called Arsenic and Adobo by Mia P. Manasala. It's Filipino, so I probably butchered it. And I'm actually excited to read this. My boyfriend is Filipino, so hopefully I get to learn more a little bit about the culture reading this book, and I kind of wanted to know a book about Filipino culture, so I picked it up. It's actually gonna be a whole series. This is book 1, and there's 2 more coming out. So the inside reads, the first book in a new culinary cozy series full of sharp humor and delectable dishes, one of which might just be killer. When Lila Macapagel moves back home to recover from a horrible breakup, her life seems to be following all the typical rom-com tropes. She tasked with saving her Tita Rosie's failing restaurant, and she has to deal with a group of matchmaking aunties who shower her with love and judgment. But when a notoriously nasty food critic, who happens to be her ex-boyfriend, drops dead moments after a confrontation with Lila, her life quickly swerves from a Nora Ephron romp to an Agatha Christie case, with the cops treating her like she's the one and only suspect, and the shady landlord looking to finally kick the Macapagel family out and resell the storefront. Lila is left with no choice but to conduct her own investigation. Armed with a nosy anti-network, her barista best bud, and her trusted dachshund, Longanisa, probably butchered that, Lila takes on this tasty, twisted case and soon finds her own neck on the chopping block. So I'm excited to read this. Excited for this to be a series. So normally I don't read book series because I don't like it. I like it to be one and done book for some reason. That's how I like it. I just feel like a series can drag on a little bit, but this I'm excited for, and it sounds amazing, and I love that she has a puppy, and I can't wait to read this. So let me know in the comments down below if you read any of these books, if you read any books by this author, what you thought of them. I would like to know from you if you signed up for Book of the Month and what books you got this month. That is it for today. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Monday, and I will see everyone in the next video very soon. Bye everyone.